Okay, hi everybody, I'm Ben, nice to see you again. So, today I'm going to do a flip cup, doing a slightly thicker mix I think than I normally do. So it's hard to, I'm still practicing, still learning. So I've got melon sorbet, which is a beautiful colour, that's limited edition, so I've been enjoying that one. It's not a colour I thought I would have liked, but I actually do. I've got purple. This purple is a bit older because it's still in the older brand, and I find it was really thick, so I did have to water that one down a bit more than normal. Doing cobalt hue, which is a blue, and another new colour, dark blueberry. I love this grey, it's absolutely beautiful, suits my style. I'm a bloke, I tend to like slightly different colours. And turquoise, which we all know I have lots of because I brought too many. And black. So I've added silicone. I did a ratio. I used the Elmer's clear glue and water at a 70-30 ratio and mixed them 1-to-1 at first. So definitely the turquoise, the cobalt hue, the dark blueberry, they were all 1-to-1. The melon sorbet I had to make slightly, I put a little bit more PM pouring medium into it because it just was a bit thicker. The purple I had to add probably double the amount. It was just way too thick. So, and then I even added a little bit of water again because I think the paint's just getting a little bit too old now. And it's winter, so everything seems to be getting a bit more gluggier than I'm used to. And the black I ended up doing probably close to 2-to-1. So that was the ratios. I'm hoping it's going to be the right ratio. I'm still practicing, still getting there. Nowhere near perfect. So those, I've ended up getting 4 opaques and only 2 transparents. So it's going to be a little bit different to what I normally try and keep them even, but I really like these colours. So I'm going to do it in 2 cups, which I sprayed with a silicone spray, which is the idea I got from Julie Cuts, Pouring Your Heart Out. I really like her. She does really good work. I watch a lot of her videos and it seems to make sense to me if you like somebody's work that you tend to follow and do what they do. And she seems to know what she's doing a little bit, well, for a way that I can understand. So I am going to start putting these in the cups. And I mixed these up probably about an hour ago, so there's still a fair few bubbles in it, which I wasn't as happy with, but as we all know, you just got to go with what you're doing. So I'm just trying to work out what colours I want in what order. I should have actually done that earlier. I normally don't do this over the top of a canvas, but it's the only way I can do it while it's in the screen. Yeah, this is still quite thick. Still feels really heavy. And it's different. I use different pouring mediums as well. So I found this clear glue behaves different again to when I use Floetrol or even when I use PVA glue. I do use one of the Australian wood PVA glues sometimes. I do like it, and I haven't had trouble with it, but my paintings aren't old enough for me to actually know whether like people say they don't last when they're in those, so I don't actually know. I feel like if I just practice and do slightly different things, I'll figure out exactly which way I want it in the long run. So and I hope everyone's having a good day. I seem to enjoy myself when I'm doing a pour, so I'm try and keep it in the same order, but I'm actually going to run out of cup space. So if you're not that interested in watching me do this, just fast forward. I feel like it's good to show as much as I can of what I'm doing, so people that are still learning seeing how it's done, and people that are still learning can watch people that are still learning themselves, like me. Yeah, I got a fair few bubbles coming up. So this second layer is going to be a little bit thinner because I'm actually used more than half the first time round. And one cup's getting more full than the other. So this is my fun part for the day. Is after you have a normal day, come home and do a painting. De-stress myself from my working day. Which way did I go next? I can't remember what way I did. I'm going to do this one first. Yeah. Must have put a lot extra purple in because there was a lot of purple in this cup compared to some of the other colours. So I hope it doesn't make it over purple. I really want some of that grey to show up. I really, really like that grey colour. I'm going to go, seeing it's a limited edition, I'm going to go buy more of it, because when they stop the limited editions, then you can't always get it again. And I haven't really got familiar with making up my own colours yet. And silicone. I put helmars silicone oil in all of them but the black. I put 2 drops in the cups that had smaller amounts. So 2 drops was in the turquoise, the grey, so the dark blueberry, the melon sorbet was only 2 drops. But I put 3 in the purple, and I can't remember with the blue. I remembered when I was doing it, but I've forgotten the last 10 minutes. So either 2 or 3 drops really. I didn't want to have too much in there, but I didn't want to have not enough either. So I think this is looking pretty good so far. So this is why I don't like doing this on top of the canvas, because then I get all these drips on my canvas, which is not what I prefer. But I don't have a big enough area to keep my camera far enough back that I can do this on the side. Oh, don't tip it over. I'm still haven't set up an actual art area yet. I want to, but I haven't. That means having a day off from actually doing painting, so I can actually clear enough space to have an art area. That doesn't sound like me. I want to do a painting each day. So now I'm going to put my gloves on because I will get it everywhere, all over my hands when I start tilting to the sides. Whoops, I'm knocking over my paints. Alright, yep, everything's in focus. So, now this is going to be the fun part. I don't always do twin cups, I normally do one big cup, so then I can tilt the canvas over the top of it. So this is going to be the challenge of doing the actual flip parts. Satisfactory, not perfect. Yep. Already I love that melon sorbet and the dark blueberry sort of grey together. They're so cool. So this is what Julie taught me about putting the silicone on the bottom. I'm spraying the cups with silicone, wiping it out with a paper towel. It makes all the paint come off, so you haven't got all the paint sitting there stuck on the bottom. See how it's coming off? This one not as easy, but see how it's all coming off the base a lot? So I don't feel like I'm wasting as much paint, which wasting less paint is always a good thing in my eyes. So I'm just letting that settle down. I don't know how these colours will end up mixing together. They may not be exactly what I like. Sometimes you just got to have fun and go with it, and later on you go, no, I don't like that, or yeah, that's beautiful. And what you don't like, somebody else might like. I find people at my work, when I show them some of my photography, some of the paintings, some of them love them, when it would not have been my first choice at all. Okay, so I'm just going to move that there and that to there. Now this is the fun part. Still haven't quite got this down to an art yet of tipping them out. Yeah, definitely thicker than I normally use. So this edge, I'm just going to pour all this excess here, but I'll end up getting rid of all of that anyway when I tilt to the side. I don't really like using this stuff that's in the bottom of the cup because it gives weird patterns. See, I got a hair, an eyelash. Yeah, it's gone. Alright, so put that aside. Pardon me, sorry. I like the colours, but it's kind of the pink should end up popping up because the pink's an opaque. Hopefully. Yeah, it's a lot thicker than I normally do it. But I might have been doing it too thin. I don't know. As they say, practice makes perfect, and well, I'd be happy with practice makes pretty good for myself. Really? Alright. And those cups look pretty cool. So I'm always going to have that pink line running down the middle there now, because that's my join. So I'm going to torch it a little bit and see what comes up. I'm still practicing how to use the torch from a height as well, because I used to go in a little bit too close and get that many cells that it wasn't really what I was trying to achieve. But I also need to pop these bubbles because the paint is fresh. So I may have to go in a little bit closer. Yeah, I can see a lot of bubbles popping now. The only issue about making my paints up so close to when I'm going to work with them. Oops. Yeah, I think I'm over torching a little bit here now. But there is some pretty cool colours coming through. But I have definitely got different colour either side. Okay, now the bit I find the challengingest. Moving the paint. So I've learnt to do what I get taught, which is walk it. And I would rather go slow than too quick. So it's going to start going off the edge, so I'm going to quickly go that way and then come back. Some of these are going to get overstretched. And then go that way and come back. Starting to get a little bit slippery. Sorry, you might not be able to see it as much at the moment. I'm trying to... I've got to do this. My work area isn't hugely big, so it's hard when I got the camera so close. Sometimes I feel like I'm actually blocking you from seeing what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go that way, and that's over, and come back. And I just got to watch where all my paint drips off. And then it's over the edge that way. And then that corner. Now I'm going to pull it, sorry it's off camera, I'm just straightening it all up. So everything's come back to the middle. So that's pretty good. I have overstretched some of these. What I'm not 100% keen on is this one corner over here. So I'm going to tip a lot of that off. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to overstretch the top, so I have to stop. So there's not really a lot more I can do now. Those corners there are done properly. That corner is done, and I've got to make sure I don't put my hands over the top of the canvas, because I've done that a couple of times and the drips have gone all over my painting and I've kind of ruined what I've done. So I'm just taking my gloves off. The gloves are quite tight on my hands, which I prefer, so then I've got some control of what I'm doing. But when I do that, it also means that I don't have the ability to save my gloves, because really the only way to get them off is to turn them inside out. So I am quite happy with those colours. So there isn't a lot of that grey, but the grey is there in certain spots. but I've definitely overstretched that top bit, but I wanted to get the other color off because I really didn't like it. So some cells are actually in good shape and others are a little bit what I would call dinosaur scales, but I'm still quite happy with it. I got lots of cool colors. So I've got quite dark ones here with the melon or the peach color coming through. I've got blue, purple, grey, pink circles here. I've got turquoise and blue, well, probably turquoise and purple more likely. And down here I've got the black and the peach again. So I really like this one. And again, that's all that it comes down to, is what you end up liking yourself. And it doesn't always... Oh. There's my skilled camera work. So this is the angle that I see it on. And my light, I'm still learning how to use my light, and my camera setup isn't really perfect. So we're going to see, that's where I've overstretched, but I don't always mind that. For now, I'm still learning, so I don't have to make it all absolutely spot on. Once I get better, some of these ones that I've got on my wall, I might turn around and go, you know what, you're not good enough, so I'm going to take you off my wall and give you to friends or family, and I'll end up keeping or putting up new ones. So this peach here, see, when I put my finger down, see how it goes darker? That's actually the colour I see more. When I take my hand away, it goes lighter. So it's more of a darker colour. It's not so much a peach as it is. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's gorgeous. So that's it for today. I feel like I do a short video and then I look at the time and it says 22 minutes. But that's it. I love it. Thank you very much everyone for watching, and it'd be great if you subscribed to my channel so I can show you more new ones when they come up. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.